Now, good morning to all of you. Once again, I welcome all of you in this particular lecture, construction technique. In the last lecture, we was in that the form work. So, what is form work? Then the requirement of form work. Then nature, support, and the structures of the form work. Then major objective considered in the form work, that is we should consider quality, safety and economy. Then also we was in that the requirement of form work and the stages in the process of the form work, that is we have to first assemble and then erection, then we have to pour the concrete, and then we have to do the dismantling after proper curing of the uh, any type of the element, that is slab, beam, column footing or staircase. Then also we was in that the loads on the form work, and then in the last lecture we was completed the types of form work. The first type is the we was seen in the last lecture, that is the timber form work. So form work is a temporary or permanent mold into which concrete or any other similar materials we are going to pour in the context of the concrete constructions with the help of false work support the shuttering walls. We have different types of the form work, and also we was seen in the last lecture. So in today's lecture we will cover the another types of the form work. Then let me share the today's presentation with all of you. So this is the last, you can say, the module last articles in the module 3 we was started in the last lectures, that is the form work. Okay, then these things we was seen in the last lectures. What do you mean by the form work? Then the different types of the requirements for the form work. What are the various requirement? Then we also seen that the nature and support of the form work. Then major objective consider in the form work, we should consider quality, safety and the economy. Then we also seen that the requirements of the form work. Then these are the three stages in case of the form work: assembly and erections. Then after a complete erections, then we have to pour the concrete, and then there is a stripping time, that is 1 day, 3 day, 7 day or 14 or 21 days, and then we have to dismantling with proper instruments. So these are the stages, and the loads which is coming on the farm work is dead load, imposed load, horizontal load and the environmental loads. So this also we was seen in the last lectures. Then in today's lecture we are going to talk about the plywood farm work. The timber farm work also we completed in the last lectures. These are the different types of the formwork: timber formwork, then plywood formwork, steel formwork, then aluminium, plastic, magnesium formwork, and the fabric formwork. Apart from this, the another types of the formwork is also available in the market, depending upon the you can say the quality and the mass concreting So in between certain, due to the bad network, okay, in the college, sometime the problem arises during the lecture. Okay, so we are here, we are discussing about the types of homework. So we discussed in the last lectures regarding about the timber formwork. So these are the various requirements regarding about the timber formwork. Is it should be well seasoned, light in weight, then easily workable with nails without splitting, and it should be free from loose nut. Okay, so in between the whole length of the ply, okay, there should not be any nut in between the whole length of the timber. Then timber used for shuttering for exposed concrete work should have smooth and enough surface on the faces which come in contact with the concrete. So this is a particular figure regarding about timber formwork. Okay, so if you see the applications of the timber formwork can be applicable only for the small scale constructions. For example, if you want to pour the concrete in case of the rural, you can say the concreting work in case of the villages, and in case of the small scale structures, then we can go for the timber formwork. Otherwise, for the massive concrete, we cannot use the timber formwork. So these are the certain advantages and disadvantages regarding about the timber formwork. As far as concerned with the advantages, easy handling because it light in weight. Okay, then easy to dismantle, then damaged part can be replaced with new one and very flexible. So these are the different advantages regarding about the timber formwork, and we also have different disadvantages. We cannot be used for long, okay, massive concreting stuff. For example, in case of the high rise building, and in case of constructions of bridge, flyovers, or in case of the rigid pavements. Okay, so for that purpose, the timber formwork cannot be utilized. Then if the dry timber is dry, then it will absorb moisture from the wet concrete, and which could weaken the resultant concrete members. Therefore, due to the shrinkage and the uh, uh, shrinkage, this problem we can face. Then timber with high moisture content, wet concrete will shrink. Okay, and cup leading to the open joint and leakage of the grout. So these are the some of the disadvantages regarding about the timber formwork. Then we will discuss in today's lecture the plywood formwork. Okay, so as far as concerned with the plywood formwork, for example, the for in case of any commercial building or industrial building also, if you want to construct a residential building, commercial building, or industrial building, so this plywood formwork plays a vital role for pouring the concrete, and your uh, whatever may be the element. If you want to cast in between this formwork, you will be get a very good quality finishing surface. Okay, so resin bounded plywood sheet are attached to the timber frame to make a panel for the required sizes. The cost of plywood formwork compare with that of the timber. Okay, it is cheaper in certain cases in view of the following considerations. Okay, it is possible to have smooth finish, in which case of on the cost surface finishing is there. Then by use of large size panel, it is possible to effect saving in the labor cost of fixing and dismantling. So whenever we are going to do the formwork for any types of these structures, okay, for example, in case of a residential building, we have five components: the column footing, then column, then beams, then slabs, and then staircase. These are the 5 component, and we have to do the formwork for this type of the 5 component in case of the residential building. So if you use the plywood formwork, then uh, uh, we can achieve, you can say, okay, the smooth finishes of the any element, and we also save the cost and the time. Okay, so the labor which is required for fixing such type of the formwork is also less, and therefore the total cost of the project will be minimum. So this is a, you can say, the advantages of the plywood formwork. The number of reuses are more as compared with the timber shuttering. So we can use for number of times. Okay, so this is a major advantages as compared with the timber formwork. For estimation purpose, number of reuses can be taken as 20 to 25 times. So we can reuse this plywood formwork for any type of the work for 20 to 25 times we can reuse. So this is another advantages of the plywood formwork. Then we came across certain advantages. Now, if you look at the list of the advantages regarding about the plywood formwork, so it has a huge advantages. Okay, so plywood can also be cut into the required size easily. We can cut to any size. If you want to cast a huge length of the any element, okay, so we can cut into the required size easily. So the another advantages is plywood strong, durable, light in weight. So it is durable, light in weight. Then it can sustain the load which is coming from the concrete. Okay, provide smooth finish on the surface. While a large size plywood sheet are available, which makes the constructions of the formwork quicker and easier. Then, as far as concerned with another advantages, curve formwork can also be prepared using the plywood. Okay. Now, if you want to construct a dome type of the structures, okay, any type of the curve portion, so we can do the formwork for that curve portions with the help of this plywood formwork. When compared to timber, it gives more number of reuses. Then it also has certain disadvantages. When compared to the timber, it costly. The initial cost of the, you can say, this plywood formwork is more as compared to the timber formwork. Thin plywood sheet cannot sustain the weight of the concrete. They may, you can say, the taken the out of the area where we can pour the concrete, and if proper thickness is not provided, so they cannot sustain the weight of the concrete. So this is a particular disadvantages, but the as far as concerned with the advantages, it has more advantages as compared to the disadvantages. Now you can see in these pictures, this is a particular column. Okay, this is a simple column. Now, if you see the number of steels here, number of steel bars. So look at the huge construction is going on, and this is a plywood formwork. Okay. Now it is available into the lengthwise. Okay. If you want to uh, uh, cut a particular length, you can cut the particular length. So, and it gives the finishing surface for these particular structures. Now, if you see here, in case of these retaining walls also, okay, so we can do the plywood form of for the huge type of the construction. So with the help of these photographs, you can see the accuracy regarding about the platform. Then we have a good, you can say, the video regarding about the in the.
Columns carry the load of the structure and hence they are critical. It is important to align them for verticality so that load is transmitted properly. The column shuttering should be strong enough to take the pressure of fresh concrete and remain in position during concreting. Here are some tips on column shuttering. To hold the concrete shuttering firmly in place with proper alignment, a concrete pad called starter is cast before fixing the shuttering. The thickness is about 45 millimeters to 60 millimeters, and dimensions are precisely the same as the dimensions of the proposed column. The starter should be cured for a day or two so that it is hard enough to fix the shuttering around it. Column box or shuttering for columns is made of plywood sheets or steel sheets fabricated with adequate stiffeners. A thin film of oil or grease should be applied to the inner surface of the shuttering to enable easy removal of the column after the concrete hardens. Shuttering should be properly aligned to its verticality, and diagonals should be checked to ensure accuracy in dimensions. It has to be thoroughly supported with props or ties before pouring the concrete so that it does not move horizontally or vertically during concreting. The gaps near the shutter joints should be sealed to prevent any leakage of slurry. Appropriate space is to be provided between the inner face of the shutter and reinforcement by fixing cover blocks. It is preferable to remove the shutters after 24 hours of casting, and they need to be removed earlier. It should not be before 16 hours. The removal of shutters has to be done gently and without jerks or hammering so that the edges of the columns are not damaged. Care should be taken regarding column shuttering. Starter should be built to hold the shuttering and prevent it from movement. Diagonals of the shuttering should be checked to ensure dimensional accuracy. Gaps at shutter joints should be sealed and cover blocks placed. Ensure that shuttering does not move while concreting.
So in this video, we was seen that how the care should be taken while uh, you can say do the plywood formwork. Okay, so whatever may be the work will be there, we have to apply certain you can say oil or grease for the inner side of the formwork. So while dismantling or while removing of the formwork from any type of the work, we can remove uh, without any breakage to the structure. So we have to apply certain oil on the inner surfaces. So that care should be taken in case of any type of the formwork. Now the another important types of the formwork is steel formwork. Okay. Now, as far as concerned with the steel formwork, look at the certain things in case of the steel formwork. Now, the steel formwork consists of the panel fabricated out of thin steel plate, stiffened along the edges by small steel angles. Okay, so in case of the steel formwork, we have the steel plates. Okay, and all the if you want to cast a rectangular or a square, you can say the any column or any type of the beam. So we required four types of the steel plate, and to hold all the steel plates with each other. Then we have to attach a steel angles. Okay. The panel unit can be held together through the use of suitable clamp or bolt and nuts. Okay. So we required the nut and bolts to clamp all the steel plate with each others. So these fabrications we required, and this assembly we required clamps, nut, bolts. Okay, the panel can be fabricated in large number in any desired modular shape and size. Steel form are largely used in case of the project or in situation where large number reuses of the shuttering is possible. This type of shuttering is considered most suitable for circular or curved structures. So, if you see the applications of this particular steel work, steel form work, this particular steel formwork for the circular or curved structures. Okay, so while casting the bridge piers, in the water, okay. So, or in case of the dam constructions, so while construction of the spillway, okay, so there is a inclined portions, or if there is a circular portion, so we can use for the casting of the concrete the steel formwork. Then look at the advantages and disadvantages of the steel formwork. As far as concerned with the advantages, very strong and able to carry heavy loads. So it is very strong and which carry the heavy loads. Then easy to fix. Then uniform size and surface we will get, and can be used for very long time, okay. So this is a particular advantages, and look at the certain disadvantages. Limited size or shape, so this is a particular disadvantages. It cannot having a larger size, so again we require a proper planning, okay. We have to give certain planning, what type of the or what sizes and shapes of the steel formwork we required for the casting of the bridge piers or any type of the structures. So that is the particular limitation. Then excessive loss of heat will be there, and very smooth surface will be produced with mold, gives problem for finishing process. So it will use the very you can say the smooth surfaces. So these are the disadvantages. So look at the in this photographs. If you see here, this is a circular. You can say a huge type of the constructions will be there in case of okay. So see here, this is a circular portion. This is the uh, you can say the steel formwork, okay. So look at the here also. This is a curved portions, and then certain inclined portions is also there. So we can use such type of the steel formwork for any type of the elevations, okay. So this is a particular advantages regarding about the steel formwork. Now, if you compare with the timber formwork as compared with the steel formwork, these are the certain point we should know. The steel formwork are stronger, durable, and have longer life than the timber formwork, and their reuse are more in numbers, okay. Then steel formwork can be installed and dismantled with greater ease and speed. So we can install and dismantle this steel formwork with a greater speed and with easy, because we are the steel plates and then nut and bolt will be there. We can dismantle easily. So we will achieve more speed. The quality of the exposed concrete surface by using steel formwork is good, and such surface need no further treatment, okay. Steel formwork does not absorb moisture from the concrete, so this is another main advantages. Steel formwork does not shrink or wrap, okay. So this problem is not in case of the steel formwork. Shrinkage and the absorb the moisture from the concrete is absolutely eliminated in case of the steel formwork. Now look at the another important video.
Aiming high. Taller and taller buildings. More and more complex bridge structures. Ever more difficult layouts. These are typical of the architecture of our times, all over the world. Aiming high. With high expectations. And with answers from Doka. The requirements and objectives are completely different in each case. And so are the solutions that Doka offers. But they all have one clear goal in common: to get concrete into the right shape and to obtain concrete of the very highest quality. Getting concrete into the right shape and the right form. Doka knows how. Its modular systems deliver the right solutions for widely varying situations based on decades of experience, with the most varied construction tasks in many different countries and for the whole spectrum of architecture. Concrete in top form. Climbing formwork systems from Doka are the right answer when it comes to achieving this goal. Doka technicians work closely with the client's planners to put together the most suitable solutions, exactly tailored to each individual situation and to the requirements of the specific structure. Doka helps you to decide which is the right system for you and for your success on the site. Individually, flexibly, and thus efficiently. With a modular system that has the right climbing technology solution for every structure and for every site. This is what they all have in common: the very highest standards of safety combined with extremely high cost effectiveness and the easy and safe handling of the system. For both crane-lifted and self-climbing systems, Doka has the largest and most flexible range of solutions on the market, anywhere in the world, fulfilling the very highest expectations. With the Doka climbing formwork MF240, for example, it's very easy to set up and can be quickly lifted and reset by crane. And it's highly flexible, so it can be perfectly adapted to any structure. The guided climbing formwork X-Climb 60 from Doka lets you safely and quickly strike, climb and reset the formwork, even in high winds. It is always guided directly on the structure itself, meaning that it is firmly attached to the structure during every phase of the work. With the automatic climbing formwork X-Climb 60, you can reposition the formwork independently of the crane. The system is raised without a crane to the next casting section using portable hydraulic components. Its variable platforms adapt perfectly to every structure. The system is rounded off with some highly practical solutions, like the Doka protection screen X-Climb 60 for shielding the crew from the weather, and of course for giving them the very highest level of safety during the floor slab forming operations. It's available as either a crane-guided or a self-climbed system. The integrable loading platform makes quick and safe work of repositioning formwork elements and other equipment. When it comes to lifting and repositioning table forms without a crane and in any weather, Doka has the perfect solution: the Table Lifting System, TLS. This can make all the difference between meeting or missing the tight deadlines at your site, with all that this means for your company's bottom line. Repositioning large formwork gangs with no need for a crane. This is where Doka automatic climbing formwork comes in. It is flexibly adaptable to the structure, angle adjustable, and is designed for climbing a large number of units at the same time. One single system in two different versions. Doka automatic climbing formwork SKE 50+. More than 30 years experience on over 350 automatic climbing projects worldwide. This is what underpins the easiest and most flexible automatic climbing system on the market. For high formwork platforms and heavy loads, Doka automatic climbing formwork SKE 100 is the system of choice. It lets you de-link the forming and rebar operations, as the large number of work levels allow reinforcement placement to proceed ahead of the other operations. What this means for you is even faster cycle times, and of course greater flexibility and efficiency. Here's another forming machine, the Doka Platform SCP. One stroke of the hydraulic cylinders brings the entire site upwards. Used where the structure geometries remain constant and where a cost-saving system is needed for all forming and reinforcing work and for site infrastructure-related operations. The storage area on the platform can bear very heavy loads, and this saves a lot of valuable crane time. A logical system. A system that provides the optimum formwork solution for every task. Dokar helps its customers find the right system for their sites, so as to ensure its customers' success. Dokar customers have justly high expectations. High expectations that Dokar can safely fulfill.
So such kind of the modern formwork will be there. It is basically the company, okay, which manufacturing the modern, you can say the hydraulic type of the formwork, which need not to uh, uh, you can use any type of the machinery for lifting of the formwork itself. It is basically based upon the hydraulic formwork. Okay, so such kind of the modern formwork will be there in the market. Now another important types of the formwork is aluminum formwork. So it is used often for prefabricated formworks. It is getting more popular because of its lightweight and good strength. It requires favor support and ties. So such kind of the formwork is available in the market. We have to use as per our requirements and the nature of the work. Then these are the certain advantages and the disadvantages regarding about the aluminum formwork. Easy to fix and easy to dismantle. It can be handled easily because of its lightweight. It can be reused for many times. The walls and the slab of structure can be casted simultaneously. Then monolithic crack-free structure can be built using the aluminum formwork. So these are the advantages. Now it has certain disadvantages also. When the load reaches its maximum limit, the lighter section may deflect. Okay, so this is a major, you can say, the limitations of the aluminum formwork. When the load reaches its maximum limit, the lighter section may deflect. Then architectural modification are not possible when aluminum formwork is used. For example, in case of the specifications means it gives the guideline regarding about the quality of the wall. For example, if you uh, use the or if you change any type of the, you can see the formwork sections, okay. For example, we require 5 meter by 3 meter of the formwork as per the specifications. But if you want to modify that, so in case of the aluminum formwork, this is not facility there. So this is a disadvantages regarding about the aluminum formwork. The architectural modification are not possible. Then the another important types of the plastic formwork. Okay, so plastic is another type of the formwork material which is used for small concrete structures or for complex portion of the structures. It is light in weight and durable for long period for complicated concrete structure. GRP, that is the glass reinforced plastic, and the vacuum form plastic are used. Then it is also have certain advantages and disadvantages. Plastic is light in weight and can be easily handled. Formwork for complex shaped structure can be prepared easily. Good resistance against the water. Okay. The damaged plastic sheet can be recycled and reused to make the new sheet. Then good quality plastic has great reusability. Okay. So these are the certain advantages of the plastic formwork. Then it is also has certain disadvantages. Plastic is weak against the heat. Okay, So if the temperature is goes on increasing, then this is the limitations of the plastic formwork. Then it is costly material and it does not take much load when compared with the others. Okay, so generally it is required where the architectural a very sharp curve if you want to do in case of any elevations. Okay, so for a light structures or a very you can say the त्याला म्हणतो आपण कोरीव काम साठी we can use such type of the formwork. Okay, so there the architectural elevations we required, then we have to use for the elevation purpose such kind of the formwork. Then the another type of the formwork is magnesium formwork. Okay, so magnesium is another metal element which is used for the formwork. Magnesium is not directly used for formwork, and it is used with the combination of oxygen atom which form the magnesium oxide, usually which we call it as a magnesia, that is MgO. Okay, so the combinations of the oxygen atom and the magnesiums, we got the magnesium formwork. So magnesium oxide board or the MgO boards are famous in some country because of their multiple applications. So MgO boards are available in required sizes and grades. So this is if you compare with the plywood formwork, only such a kind of the formwork is there. Then it has also the advantages and disadvantages. MgO boards are light in weight and easy to handle. They are fireproof and waterproof also. Bio-friendly board can cause no harm to the environment also. They are strong to resist the heavy loads. When the magnesium formwork, that is MgO board, meet the concrete, the magnesium chloride present in the MgO board may dissolve and cause corrosion to the reinforcement. So this is one of the disadvantages. Then skill supervision is required for installation. Skill workmanship is required as far as concerned with the you can say the MgO formwork. An MgO board cannot sustain in humid conditions. Okay, so this is the limitations of the magnesium formwork. So see here, this is a magnesium formwork. It is available in various sizes. So it is a combination of magnesium and we called it as a MgO. Then another type of the formwork is the fabric formwork. Okay, so what do you mean by the fabric formwork, and where we can use such type of the fabric formwork? So fabric formwork is the modern technology in the construction sector. The fabric can be molded into any required shape, which makes it more famous formwork for architectural purpose. So look at these pictures. Okay, so this is a platform for the man. Okay, and if you want to do any type of the you can say the shape in case of the concrete, and if you want to mold any type of the concrete structure in with any shape and sizes with a very thin you can say the arc, or you can say any type of the curve. So such fabric form we can use. Then order and method of removing formwork. So after the completions of all type of the formwork, we came across with the order and method of removing the formwork. The sequence of the order and method of removal of formwork are as follows. The shuttering or forming the vertical face of wall, beam and column side should be removed first, as they bear no load but only retain the concrete. Shuttering form soffit of the slab should be removed next. Then shuttering forming soffit of the beam, girder or other heavily loaded shuttering should be removed in the end, and rapid hardening cement, warm weather and light loading condition allow early removal of the formwork. So we have to use such type of the order and the sequence for the removing of the formwork. The formwork should under no circumstance be allowed to be removed until all the concrete reaches its strength. Otherwise, the stresses to which the concrete may be subjected at the time of removal of the formwork. all formwork should be easily gradually and carefully in order to prevent the load being suddenly transferred to the concrete. So this care should be taken to avoid the failure of the any type of the elements. Then the another important things into considerations that is the time of removal of the formwork. So look at this particular table. Uh, eh, in this particular table, if you see here, we have the structural members in the second column, and in the third column, the ordinary Portland cement. If you use in case of the concreting OPC, and if you use a rapid hardening cement, then these are the removal of the formwork. Okay, so see here the structural members such as beam sides, walls, and the columns. So in case of the OPC, 2 to 3 days we can remove the beam sides and wall and columns, and in case of the rapid hardening cement, we can remove the formwork for within the 2 days. Then the slab vertical support remains intact. Okay, so in case of the OPC 4 days is sufficient, and in case of the rapid hardening cement 3 days is sufficient. Then the another kind of the structural members, if you want, then slab complete formwork removal. So if you use the OPC cement, then 10 days, after 10 days we can remove the complete formwork from the slab, and rapid hardening if you use 5 days, after 5 days you can remove the formwork. Then beams, removal of shuttering props remains intact. Okay, so these are the removal of the formwork times. So 8 days in case of the OPC, and in case of the rapid hardening cement 5 days. Then beams and arches, complete formwork removal up to 6 span. So if you want to remove the complete formwork from the beams and the arches, and the limitation is there, the span of the beam is up to the 6 meter. Okay, so in case of the OPC we required 14 days, and you can remove if you use the rapid hardening cement 5 to 8 days. Then the another thing is that another element is beams and the arches, complete formwork removal more than 6 meter span. Now here the span of the beam is and the arches is more than 6 meter. Now this is a limitations of the removal of the formwork. Then 21 days if the span is more than 6 meter, and in case of the rapid hardening cement it's 8 to 10 days. So this is very important, the time of removal of the formwork, and we should keep in mind, and we should also learn another type of, for example, if you remove the formwork from the staircase, then the column footings, and the another type of this the massive concrete structures, that is the bridge piers, then removal of the shuttering or the formwork from the any types of the dams, or any type of the concrete work, or even the water tank. Okay, elevated service reservoir or master balance service reservoirs, any type of the structures. Okay, so we have to we should know the this type of the removal of the formwork. So we have to make a column. In the column we have to enlist the various structural members as far as your you can say the type of the structure. So this is very important regarding about. So these are the references. Okay, we should keep in our mind. Then if you have any questions at this stage regarding about the formwork, you can ask. Okay, so this is about the today's lecture. If anybody is having any questions, please ask the questions. So these are the references, RCC designed by BC Punmia. So if you see the in the BC Punmia, you will able to see all the types of the formwork, then their stripping time, removal of the time, and the types of the the different types of the formwork. Then RCC design by H.J. Shah. Then formwork design section 15. Then Doka formwork design. We have seen the video. Then design of safe timber structure by Eva and Homi Toretti. These are the two authors. Okay, we have written the design of safe timber structures. So these are the references. So if anybody is having the questions, please raise your hand, ask your questions. Furkan is there?
Yes, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Clear, है, sir.
Okay. So if you don't have any questions, so I am going to stop the recording, today's recording.